The fall is a great time of year to hit the waters again. We've got crazy conditions right now. We've got lots of fog, and it was really cold last night. So in the fall, when it's really cold at night and it clears off in the day, you get the water boatman. The boatman falls are absolutely fantastic to fish. But a lot of lakes, like Dragon Lake, are quite unique. You can actually throw dry fly. The fish are used to seeing, mayflies on top. They're used to seeing some dries floating around. And if the conditions are right, like the bully told me before, you can get some fish on the dry fly. So we're in this bay, we're in quite shallow water, and we're hoping for some dry fly action. That's today, as we take you sport fishing on the fly.
Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses, Humminbird Fish Finders, First Tellurium Corporation, and Hardy Rods and Reels.
On the dry fly.
On the dry. Like
Just
you
fishing.
said.
It's still foggy enough.
Yeah,
along
just
the
dry
weed edge.
fly. Big Mikulak on the dry. Oh, there it is. Yeah, not bad, It's funny, right along these weed edges in like 3 feet of water.
Yeah, just
Crazy.
pitching first thing in the morning.
Pitching first thing, and you said it has to be foggy.
Yeah, foggy or
Foggy.
cloud cover or
Yeah,
something.
cloud
like that.
cover. Not a bad fish. Oh, gee, and he wanted it.
Yeah.
And I got the big Mikulak, like a big one. Oh, he's right in the side there. There he is.
Yeah.
It's too cold to hold up.
Yeah.
You film him there.
Yeah, well, not bad, eh? That's
Not
like
bad.
an 18-inch fish.
Yeah.
Get out of
There
there.
he goes.
Yeah.
But look at how shallow, right? It's
Yeah,
2,
we're
3
just
feet
in
of
the-
water all along the sweet edge. So and that's the way you approach it. You just throw out a big Mikulak in the shallow water in the fall.
Yeah, just towards the weeds. We're a little early. It's middle of September.
Yeah.
Usually you don't until October, but we
Okay.
thought we'd try it. It was fog this morning, so.
Well, until it's foggy, we're
Cold
expecting-
enough.
It's cold enough. Holy cow, is it ever? Is he a little guy or what is he?
I don't think so. I think he's.
No, not bad.
he
Like that
felt
was in
decent.
quite deep though. That was like, we drifted out to about 12 feet because we're not anchoring, we're just drifting
Yeah.
and casting. That was bizarre. You said you had a couple of smaller guys boil at it,
Yeah.
and then this guy. So I
Right.
don't know. I haven't seen him.
I
yet.
can't see him either. Probably small. He's not taking much line. Probably a fat little chunker like the ones that were boiling on it.
Yeah.
Little guy, right?
Can't see him. Oh, there he is.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
little chunkers. This is what we got. But at least, on dry flies,
Oh, that's crazy.
well, they're nice fish to catch on dries. Oh, it looks like a
Horsefly.
horsefly for sure. Yeah. Look at how yellow he is.
Oh, now he's.
But with the little 5 weight with the dry line is
Yeah.
a little. Yeah, that looks horsey.
Yeah.
Not a bad fish. Look how chunky he is.
Well, like you say, you get him
Oh,
on the
right.
dry fly. It's fun. I mean, look at the size of the Mikulak in his mouth.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah,
Little horse.
crazy. Only in the fall, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you already flicked it
Yeah,
out.
you
There
flicked
he
it
is.
out.
Okay. That's a
Nice
nice little
horsefly,
horsefly.
yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Dunk him down. Let him go. There he goes. Nice. There, yeah. There's the fly. Right? You
A
gotta have
giant
the big
Mikulak.
Oh, big
Yeah.
Mikulak. I
Yeah.
mean, what the heck?
Yeah. Big Mikulak.
Unreal. Well, hey, it's crazy. I mean, we
Yeah.
still got a bit of fog.
Bit of fog.
The
Once
sun's
the
starting to
fog's
come
goes.
out, but what the heck? If we can get a couple more on the drive before we get into the
Get into the other
Boatman or
stuff.
whatever,
That's right.
leeches,
Yeah.
right
there's fun
on.
dry fly.
Very cool.
Oh.
Oh, that was unreal.
Unreal. Mine, he smoked it, and then yours. You
Yeah.
had him and he chased.
Chased it twice.
You missed it, you pulled up, and then your fly hit the water again.
And now we found the ideal depth, like 8 to 9 feet, right?
And
They
they're
seem
nice
to be
fish.
in here. And all nice fish. That was a big boil. Oh, man.
That's a nice one.
Well, that's a nice fish. You know, and all these on dry fly. Come on, you kidding
Yeah.
me? Big dry fly. You can see it sitting up there.
Oh, it's fun on the dry. Look
yeah,
at the dry
look
fish.
at that. That's gorgeous. And you know what we're noticing too? They really want the fly sitting there and then waking, and then
Yeah,
sitting
just a
and
little
waking.
twitch. And
Yeah, a little twitch and it cranks them up. Oh, another gorgeous fish. Yeah, isn't that nuts? The big
Beauty.
on the big Mikulaks. I love it. Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice fish.
Oh, they're gorgeous fish. I think they're all the horse flies that are aggressive.
They're all horse flies.
This is
like that.
fantastic.
Oh,
Man, I had two. You got that one. I had the two big bulls.
We hit
Look,
in the
I
pod.
flicked it and he came right back and smacked it. And I missed him.
we got just the remnants
Okay.
left. The sun's
I
out
know.
now, but hopefully.
Sun's out,
So we
but
dropped
look at-
anchor here now. We were just drifting
Yeah.
along.
We'll try it. Unreal.
But see, we got into that nice 10 feet of water,
Yeah.
that better depth.
Yeah, we saw him going off here.
They're looking right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want it moving.
Yeah.
There it is.
That was the key, right? Moving back into
Yeah.
8 feet. Every time we got over 8 feet, 10 feet, you got to be in that zone. 8 to 10 feet seems to be it.
Oh,
Look at that. Gorgeous fish. Oh. He's going.
oh. Have I got the anchor?
Yeah, well, you put the anchor down.
Yeah, I know. I thought something hooked it. Oh,
Hot fish. Hot
oh,
fish.
wow. He's already been on how many leaps? And
Yeah, they're great fish. Boy, oh boy.
I'm sold on the horsefly strain.
Oh, everything.
Aggressive.
Every place should have a horsefly strain. They're fantastic.
They
They're some
have.
of the
Every
best
ones where
fish
we've
ever.
caught them, they've been. They're aggressive and they're
smoking.
just wicked fight.
Yeah, they are. They're fantastic.
Superior.
And they take a dry fly.
And they-
That's the cool part. Like, didn't hesitate. This guy just,
He
right up
boiled.
the top, he boiled.
Oh. Oh. That's a,
Yeah. Oh, look at the colors,
oh,
eh?
look at 'em.
Yeah, gorgeous fish.
Here, I'll take them on this.
Yeah, take them on that side. You can see a little better. There you go. Oh. Yeah, nice.
Isn't that gold sheen? And
But you know, you get an 18-inch fish on a dry fly. It's pretty cool.
yeah, well, this guy's 20.
Is he?
Oh, I think so. If he's,
so?
yeah, here.
Good.
Look at the net length.
Yeah.
He's definitely long.
20, yeah.
Yeah, he's 20. Let's see if I can.
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, gorgeous. Look at the colors. Just spectacular colors.
That nice?
Yeah, beautiful.
You just.
Look at that. There he's gone. Just all
And
you
the
have
wicked
on the dry fly. And you know what? It's starting to clear off, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? If you
Yeah,
got a bunch
usually
of
lasts
fish-
till about 10 o'clock, right?
that's
From
cool.
8 to 10. And yeah, the fog lifts. And
And now we hope for the boatman hatch.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, they're looking up.
Fall? They are.
nice clear water.
Beautiful. Let's get some more. Well, it's still a little misty.
You had to tease them, eh?
Oh yeah, you know I
You're
had him
boiling on
I had
him
him
dry.
boil on it, just sitting there, but he refused it. He boiled on it, but he refused it right by the boat. So I cast back out, gave it a little tweak, and then gave it some motion, and then he started chasing
Then
it.
he chased it.
Yeah, then he chased it, and he had to eat it. Like he couldn't handle it. He let it sit, and then and every time I gave it a pulley, He grabbed it.
Nice rainbow.
Yeah, another nice bull. Look at that. All on the dry.
Yeah. Oh, it's so fun. And they're big.
Whoa,
It's
whoa.
almost like a mouse pattern up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy cow.
Wow, it's just so much fun, like you see, on a dry line, a dry rod. And again, all we're doing is completely dry line. I've got a 12-foot tip on, 12-foot leader, you know, 8-pound leader. And we're just
he's
getting,
off.
look at, he's off. And we're getting fish that size. Look at how chunky he
Yeah,
is.
that's a nice ring.
Yeah, it's beautiful. He's just gonna, there he goes. That is so cool. But now you're saying, that's it, eh?
It's 10 o'clock, so the sun is out. Beautiful sunny day. You got all that fog in the morning and they're not fearful. Now we're having, they're starting to get sketchy. They've come
they
up
are.
and looked.
Unbelievable. I think we do one more run while we still got a bit of haze. And then, of course, you know, like again, we've got leeches, we've got boatmen potential.
Boatmen,
we got the,
hopefully.
you know, boatmen, hopefully. Then we pull our dice by your prints and pound them. It's going to be good days. Even with little riffle, we're
Even
still
in the
getting them.
sun, and that's a blackwater.
Is it?
Oh yeah, nice silver blackwater. That's
Yeah,
a
the
good
one I
one
got
too.
last time was a blackwater. We've got
Yeah.
some horse flies and blackwater.
You could see when this guy came up,
How do you look? Same size?
oh no, he's a nice one. Oh,
You know, they've all been,
Whoa.
oh, they're nice fish. They've all been like 18 to 20,
Yeah.
haven't they?
18 to 20.
Well, you know, we've had a couple
Oh.
of big guys boil at it too. Should probably drop anchor.
Oh yeah,
Eh?
right, with our next, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Drop her, yeah.
Yeah, so we
Then
don't
it
go
holds
through
us
the-
in position, yeah, because again, you know, right now, there's our sounder. We're sitting in 5 feet, 5 feet of
Casting
water.
to about 8 to 10.
Yeah, casting 8 to 10. All our fish have come out of that 8 to 10.
Yeah.
So remember that dry fly in the fall when you want to fish dry fly, mid-September on, you know, 8 to 10, and then October, mid-October, shallow, right?
Yeah,
2 to
they go
3 feet.
right
They
in,
go
yeah.
right in by the weeds.
Right in by there. This is a nice blackwater.
And no one, you know, not many people fish this way, do they? They don't fish the
Oh
dry.
no, they wouldn't. They think you're crazy.
I know.
If you even saw it, that's a beautiful.
Yeah, but that's the
That's a-
thing. There's no hatch. You got to remember, there's no hatches this time of year. So the fish, when the water cools, they get aggressive. And if you've got a shrimping lake, you go way in the shallows, fish shrimp. When you've got a lake where they take dry flies readily, you put on the dry. Like, it's so cool. The fall is just the best time.
Wow.
And that's the cool thing is you don't have to try to match the hatch, right?
No, that's a big.
Yeah,
That's like a mouse pattern, right?
exactly. It's so cool.
They're up on top, and
But they're used to looking up,
They're
right?
used to
they're used
looking
to looking
up.
up all summer, you know, picking off mayflies and caddis and stuff. So,
that is a nice blackwater. That's a lengthy guy.
oh yeah,
Oh,
that's gorgeous fish. Gorgeous blackwater.
That's the other thing. We've had a couple of snap-offs too on
Yep.
the take because they're big fish.
Yeah.
And when they hit that thing and you've only got 4X, I think this is a 3X tippet actually.
Yeah, I've got 8 pound. I've got a,
Yeah,
I've
an
got a
8
3X on, pretty heavy.
You might have to net him because
Okay.
I'm,
Yeah, the net.
it's
Yeah,
going
that's
to
a
be
nice
a tough
fish.
one
That is a
to
nice.
get close. He's a big boy.
Look at
Oh,
And you know, again, if you're catching those on a dry fly, you kidding me? Like, it's so much fun watching them boil on it on the top. All topwater action. To me, that's what fly fishing is all about. It's so cool.
oh,
There.
oh,
That
A
is,
pri-
look at that. Look at how
a
gorgeous. Look at
prime
the colors
condition
on that
fish, eh?
Oh,
Isn't that guy
yeah,
in
that's
great shape?
22-ish plus, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
it's prime.
He is. He's beautiful.
Oh, and he's got a clip fin. See? So that must be when they're part of their stocking,
Stocking,
triploid
nice. Oh yeah.
Isn't that-
Got the fly. Oh yeah,
Oh.
look at that. Primo. That's got to be 21, 22,
yeah, 22
eh?
and prime.
Gorgeous fish.
Prime condition too.
Look at, there he goes. Right off the top again. On the big Mikulak.
Oh,
And that's the thing too, you should note. Change your tippet often, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
as
I
soon as
just-
you
he
got him in
broke off in the net,
Yeah,
yeah.
he broke off in the
'cause
net.
it took a little, yeah.
Well, because they cut through it.
And they just have a little, well, and that's the 3X.
Yeah.
You can't get away with much more, right?
No,
with
and
the
I would
dry fly.
retie every few fish.
Yeah.
right? Because I've noticed mine even get braided, or you get bad casting knots.
Yeah.
Not wind knots,
And they're
bad
big,
casting knots.
big fish. Like
Big
we've
fish.
snapped a couple
Oh,
on
I
the
know.
take because they're
This
just
is phenomenal. Oh, that's like the fourth one. That's just a toad. Isn't that unreal? And he just boiled it right off the top.
Well,
Just
on the
like
dry,
a
so-
classic dry fly take. Just, you just hear it.
These
Oh,
are nice fish. It's been
This
airborne.
is insane.
Yeah, dry fly fishing in September with
In
sedges.
September with sedges catching, 18 to 20-inch bulls like this steady. Maybe even bigger. Like your last one, I think, was about 22.
Yeah. Do you want me to drop the anchor? or
Yeah,
you
might as well
leave
drop the anchor so we
until
can
get-
see, because we haven't even worked this area yet.
No, this is the new that we haven't got down here. And we were just about to pack in at 10. I
Yeah.
thought we'll try this one area we haven't fished. And
And I had a boil,
yeah,
a couple of boils, and then we kept working that edge, casting to about, again, 8 feet, and wham.
just watch the anchor now because it's
Yeah,
down.
I got the anchor, plus, lots of weeds.
Weed
Yeah.
and anchor because we're in shallow water.
Shallow water, but it's what makes it. And of course, he has to go right for the
No,
anchor.
he's going to go for the anchor.
Always go for the anchor. Okay. Should be able to.
Yeah, he looked like a nice link.
Oh, you look nice, yeah.
When he was up in the air.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, girth. in
Oh,
the
yeah.
prime conditions.
Right
Oh,
on the side, right where you expect to. Oh,
Can't even-
right where you get them. Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. Oh, that's a tank.
Oh, gee. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to take them on this side.
Uh,
Whoa. Yeah. Oh, man. Look at that. Oh, my.
Nice
Look
big.
at that right there. Right in the side of the mouth, right where you expect to get him. I think he's hooked on his max there. Yeah, right on the max. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, he is. He
He
just
is, right?
swiped up
Yeah,
and
he
grabbed
swiped.
it from the.
Come on, there.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
that's a beauty.
Oh, my. It's gorgeous.
And the big
Just
weight
gonna-
on him too.
You know what? I don't want to use. I want to get the gloves off here. Don't like grabbing the fish with the gloves on. Okay, I'll hold them up. Get this rod out of the way. Oh my, yeah, he's probably about the same as yours, about 22, eh?
Yeah, I think about 22. and he's
22-ish.
fat.
Look at all
Let the
that.
net go.
Look
Oh,
at
yeah,
that.
Look at that.
Oh, look
The
at
girth on him.
Oh, shoot. There he goes.
Whoa.
Boom, gone.
Wow.
I just can't believe it. Hey,
Told you it was worth getting up in the morning
No
for.
kidding. I'm like, oh, you got to set the alarm for 6. We wake up naturally. We never get up that early. 6 o'clock on the water by 7:30. We've had 3 hours of smoking dry fly fishing. I can't believe this. This is fantastic.
Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses, Humminbird Fish Finders, First Tellurium Corporation, and Hardy Rods and Reels.
Well, today on the bench, I want to tie you up the Mikulak Sedge. Now, it is one of the, if not the best dry fly pattern you're going to use when traveling sedge. Adults are on top of the water and emerging. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the hook, we'll use a Togen's 3X long curved size 8. We'll use some 8/0 pale olive thread to tie with, some natural elk hair for the tail, some natural elk hair for the wings, some UV2 CLX dubbing in dark olive for the body, and a brown saddle hackle for the hackle. So to start the fly off, I've put the hook in the vise, and I'm going to actually build up a good layer of thread. I want to cover the entire hook. And it goes a lot quicker if you have a rotary vise. I could use the rotary function, but I'm just going to cover up the whole hook with thread. Now the thread's on, I've taken a pinch between my thumb and my finger of elk hair, and you got a whole bunch of this fluff on the back. Just make sure you pull all that fluff out before you tie it in. And then we want to stack the elk hair. So you put in your stacker and stack it nice so it's all even. Now that I have the deer hair stacked, I'm going to measure out just a small amount. Again, it's only going to be, a 1/2 inch, just about probably double as wide as the hook gap. Put in the tail, and when you put it in, when you lay on elk hair, take one, two, at least 2 or 3 loose wraps, and then wind forward. And as you wind forward, tighten up. And what we're going to do is cover up a lot of the hook with this elk hair, because we're going to tie this in and build up the body. So we'll cover most of that and then trim off your excess. Now the tail's tied in, I'm going to take a pinch. Again, you don't need a whole bunch. You need about 2 or 3 wraps of dubbing here. So I'm just going to take a pinch of the dubbing, keep it onto the line, just dub it on your thread, and take, take a few wraps. And I usually go over it with the thread a little bit. And you just want a small amount of dubbing there. Now we take another pinch of our elk hair, and we're actually going to pull out all the rough stuff at the end, stack it, and tie it in as the first wing. Now when you tie it in as the first wing, I'm going to go about halfway the length of the tail, halfway down the tail. Again, 1, 2, 3 loose wraps, and then tighten up. This way your wing won't flare on you. It'll keep it nice and flat on the hook and only flare it slightly. And that's what we want. Now we're going to take another pinch of dubbing, and again, just enough to take about 3 or 4 wraps up the hook to form a little bit more of the body. Now we take another clump of our elk hair, and again, we're going to set it about halfway down the first wing we put in. Take 1, 2, 3 loose wraps, move forward a little bit, and then tighten up. And again, that'll allow that wing to lay down nicely on the hook and won't flare on you. Now that we have the second wing tied in, you can take a little bit more dubbing just to finish off the body, and leave yourself about a ½ inch near the eyelet to finish off with the final wing and the hackle. Now I've taken my final clump of elk hair, and I'm going to, again, pull out all the fluff at the end and stack it, and then tie it in as the third wing. Now when we tie it in as the third wing, we're going to go halfway again down the second wing. And this time, again, we want 1, 2 or 3 loose wraps and then tighten. But don't cut off your excess yet. What we're going to do is just wrap that forward and pull it up, and we're going to leave a little head on the fly. So when you cut this, leave yourself a good ½ inch of a flared head on the fly, just so it can wake in the water. Now that we have the final wing tied in and a little bit of a flared head on the fly, we're going to tie a hackle in just behind the head, actually in front of that third wing. And we're just going to take, 4 or 5 wraps of the hackle to build a hackle on the fly. Once I have the hackle tied in, I'm going to move my thread forward. I always like to whip finish in front of the head on the fly, just so that that head stands up and it can actually wake in the water. So we'll whip finish right at the front, behind the head, or in front of the head, just at the eyelet. Now to finish the fly off, I like to trim the bottom hackle directly flat, just flush. So I'm just taking my scissors, laying it exactly parallel to the hook and cutting off the bottom. I don't worry about trimming off the top, just the bottom hackle, so it lays flat on the water. And there it is, the finished Mikulak Sedge. Again, as I said in the intro, it is one of the best, if not the best, dry fly pattern you're going to use when there's traveling sedge coming off and skittering on the top water. Very exciting, something you have to try fly fishing.
Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Maui Jim Sunglasses, Humminbird Fish Finders, First Tellurium Corporation, and Hardy Rods and Reels.
Oh, well, he's zipping to shore. He came back.
Oh, drop the anchor.
Oh yeah.
Drop anchor, because we always drop anchor, take a few casts, and drift again. But as soon as you slid us in
Yeah.
to
Right
that
in
6
10
to 8
feet.
feet of water,
Yeah.
it's just, oh, look at that guy. Damn,
I
big
saw
guy
him.
boiled in there too.
Yeah.
They're still going, man. We could get a full day of this.
Oh. Holy cow.
Because I had a boil,
Yeah.
then you cast over there, I cast again, and then within what, 10
Yeah.
seconds, that guy ate it.
Yeah, we were gonna quit at 10, but
No way, they're going, they're still looking up.
oh, another dandy.
Yeah, another beauty.
I saw him when he came over. It just the big
Unreal.
tail. Oh,
He looks nice again, looks
another
good.
big black water. Like,
Looks like the
yeah, another-
18 to 20 guy,
yeah,
chubby.
18 to 20.
Yeah,
Yeah, we haven't had the. You got to do the net job too, because it's too hard with
that's
the.
it. I know.
Yeah, he's a little shorter, but.
Oh no, but still, look at how healthy.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
that might be a horsefly.
It might be.
Hey,
Look
he's
at
kind
it,
of
but he
darker.
doesn't
Oh,
have.
maybe
doesn't,
he's
no,
not.
He doesn't. He
No,
doesn't
it's
have the
probably
yellow
just
fins.
yeah. He's just
Yeah,
the,
it's just a mature
Mature,
fish. Yeah, you could tell mature fish, bigger cape on
Cape.
them. Yeah, male. Wow, that's cool. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh,
they were
okay.
they were nice.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, he's got that nice color to him. Look at the back too. They're nice and fat. There he goes.
Oh. And you had to pull
Hey.
you got to pull your dry fly in. You can't
I
leave it
know,
hanging out
can't
there.
leave it hanging. I had to pull mine in. Look at, we've got this whole bay, right? We've worked all the way down. So we started way up there in the bay, and we've drifted all the way down here, and just picking fish off. We could probably go all the way down to Big Boy Run.
Yeah, and I'll show you this on the water. Just look
Yeah.
at what we're throwing out there. I got to dry it.
Yeah,
But this is what it is.
yeah.
Look at the
yeah.
size of. Oh, it's not dry enough.
No, big, big Mikulaks, right? Yeah, look at that.
That's what's sitting there.
Yeah, and they're just grabbing it. It's amazing because
It's
there's
just-
no hatch. It's not a sedge
No.
lake at all.
No,
But
not
I
a
just
sedge
think
lake.
they're used to seeing maize up top. They're used to feeding up top. And in the fall, they're hungry, right?
Whatever it
We
is.
throw sampled a couple, and they're just full of daphnia.
And they're moving around in pods because as we
Yeah.
drift along, it never fails. We get in a pod and then we get multiple hits
Yeah.
and rises. And then you go a little bit again. That's why we like to drift. We don't just anchor. We
No.
drift all the way down, cover lots of water.
Unbelievable. This is so cool. This is just too much fun. So you're just making the cast and laying it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're, little, 50 footer, like not very far, and just
No.
sitting it there.
We just let it drift along.
Yeah. And we got a little riffle. Not much, just a little riffle, but the riffle hasn't turned them off, has it?
No, when the sun's come out, bright
Yeah.
sun, they usually go down after the bright sun, but they're
Yeah.
still looking, and we just stumble into a pod.
Yeah. As we drift along.
It
That's
seems
it.
like that's the key. You got to drift, and then there's been pods feeding.
Yeah.
So you'll go a bit, and there's nothing, and then when you'll go,
Yeah.
cast again, and then next thing you know,
Yeah.
you're right in there where one will come up, and
And boil on it. And I noticed too, when it was calm, when we had calm conditions, a little movement helped.
yeah, you could give it a little twitch.
Little twitch here and there.
Yeah, the riffly doesn't work as well because it's the thing, but in calm water, that twitch really works.
Okay,
So
well, they're still going. I think we
Yeah,
pull
we're
anchor
in
again and we drift
exactly-
again.
we're in exactly 10
Yeah.
feet, and that's where we've been. All of our fish have
8
been
to
right
10,
in that
yeah.
8 to 10 foot.
So cool. So quickly go through the recommended setup. Any kind of reel, large arbor reel. I've got a nice little island here right now. Got one of my, pre-made fishing rods. Taylor Culver gave me this rod, quite a nice rod, a little 5/6 weight, real nice soft action. So I prefer a softer action rod when I'm fishing dry flies. Allows me to lay the dry fly out a little better presentation. 10 footer, again, 9-10 foot, really doesn't matter, soft action. And we've got 5 and 6 weight dry lines. So this is a 5/6 weight. I like to load it with a 6 weight line. I'm using 12 foot 3X leader. So quite heavy because a lot of times big fish, number one. Number two, big flies. So if you're casting bigger flies, you want a little bit heavier leader, or else you're going to get wound up. You're going to find that the actual leaders, if they're very fine, get all kinkly, right? They'll get all kinkled up. So better to have something a little bit thicker. Plus, you know what? Sometimes they're stripping those flies and they crush it. So you want something fairly stout because you are catching big fish. So that is the recommended setup today. All I can say is, wow. Wow, fantastic. When you told me you can catch fish on dry fly that size, I kind of like poo-pooed you. I was like, yeah, maybe. And I brought up my little carpet caddis and you just laughed at me. You said, you got to put on the meat.
The big Mikulak Sedges.
Yeah, big.
Size 2, size 4.
Like
yeah.
huge, big flies on top. And fish up to 22 inches. We snapped a couple of big ones off. It was spectacular.
Spectacular. But again, only it's a morning show. It's got to have fog or cloud cover. Then the sun burns off. Sun comes out. Then you go to the traditional stuff.
Yeah.
But for that 4 hours or so in the morning, it's great.
Well, you know what? I'll be back.
Yes, I guess.
Fantastic. So when you're out here, take care. Conserve our waters, and we'll see you next time we take you sport fishing on the fly. Wow.